Welcome back to another Dodgers Nation Roundtable, our 6th of the year. Got the best team of the bunch here, the best 4 hitters you're going to see. I got Clint of the Blue Heaven podcast to my right. To my left, Dodgers Dugout Zone, Doug McCain. To his left, Mr. Brook Smith, also of the Blue Heaven podcast, respected journalist Brook Smith. The Dodgers dropped 2 of 3 against the Pirates. But before they did that, they were playing the Cubs over the weekend, and Walker Buehler with another outstanding game. His first 3 starts of the year, a little uneven, but right now he has a 1.96 ERA. You could argue he's been one of the best starters of all time through his first 100. He has the lowest whip in his first 100 career starts since 1901. He has the 4th lowest ERA, 2.70, in his first 100 starts since they lowered the mound in 1969. Mr. Brook, what at this point is more likely? Walker Buehler winning his first Cy Young this season or Freddie Freeman winning his 2nd league MVP?
Ooh. I say that like I don't know the question's actually coming to me right now. But I don't know, man. I said it before the season started. We make our season predictions before things go off on the Blue Heaven podcast. Check us out on Mondays, every 7 o'clock on Mondays, usually, generally speaking. TPD up in the air.
Follow
I said it.
Social media.
We never remember what we said when we do these things. We always forget. No one ever goes back and checks. But I said Walker Buehler will win his first Cy Young Award this year. So I feel like I got to stick with that. It does feel like he's getting better as the season goes on. It kind of looked kind of flat when he first came out. Now we're at a point now where he comes out and you pretty much expect him to win. He's going to hug 6+ innings. It's going to be strong. He's going to strike out a bunch of guys because that's what he likes to do. I'm all aboard the Walker Buehler Cy Young train, man. And in terms of Freddie Freeman, like he could put up MVP numbers, but he's got a lot of competition this year. There's a lot of dudes that are just crushing the ball around the league. You got like Manny Machado who's going God mode right now. I mean, even somehow Eric Hosmer has a better WRC plus than him right now, which is just really odd to me. So I think the odds are stacked against him.
I'm going to put it on tape right now. Eric Hosmer is not going to win the National League MVP.
I'm willing to bet a lot of money that he will not win the National League MVP ever again.
Hot take city right there.
Clint, what about you? Walker Buehler winning a Cy Young or Freddie Freeman winning the MVP? Which is more likely?
I feel Freddie winning an MVP is more likely because he's done it. He's done it before. That means something to these voters. Walker Buehler has a lot of competition with arms in the National League. We didn't think Corbin Burns was going to win a Cy last year, and he did. It's anybody's ball game there. I think he did. Looking at you, Craig Counsell. But, to the question. Freddie is more likely. Both of them, I say no. Mookie's my MVP, by the way.
So if it's the MV free versus the MVB, I would agree with Clint. I think that I put my money on Freddie Freeman having a better chance of winning that MVP just because, one, you're seeing the narrative there. If he comes to Los Angeles, you're seeing what he's been able to do. He's been a doubles machine. He's right now leads the Dodgers in OPS. Had a big impact really on the team, too, from a leadership standpoint. You heard about all these players talking about using all fields and learning from Freddie Freeman. So there's that aspect as well. But when you talk about Walker Buehler, if he wants another bag, he has more incentive to win that Cy Young because he has an escalator in his contract. If he wins a Cy Young, he brings home an extra $1.125 million. If he finishes second, it's like $625,000. So I think when it comes to both the MVP in the NL and the Cy Young, it's still wide open right now. Rodon's gotten off to a nice start, Merrill Kelly, but I think when it comes to Walker Buehler, I wouldn't even put him ahead of his own teammate in Clayton Kershaw because I think Clayton Kershaw, when you look at the narrative, the hot start of him, I mean, look, it's a great problem to have, but I just think that Freddie Freeman, he's going to be consistent throughout the year. I think Walker Buehler will be as well, but I just like what I've seen from Freddie, and I would put my money on Freeman.
All right. Well, speaking of doubles machines, Justin Turner on Tuesday against the Pirates hit 3 doubles, recorded 4 RBI. Didn't have a great day on Wednesday, but are you guys buying or selling that this is the start of a Justin Turner hot streak, Mr. Clint?
I got to sell. I think we're not going to see a real Justin Turner hot streak until they get the juiced baseballs back in the game. I think that's changed his game a lot and his approach with the launch angle, with the attack. It might need to change a little bit. So no hot streak.
Okay.
No
for the Red Dream.
The Red Dream. You look at his career arc and what he does beginning to this end of the season. It's kind of like this, and then it comes back up when the playoffs start because he's that guy in the playoffs. He's just that guy, buddy. He's old. Things change when you get a little bit older. The DH opportunities are there for him. I've said it before. I'll say it again. He is going to be the most DH person at the end of this year, and he should be. But I do think that's going to help him a lot. I think June is his hottest month of his career always, pretty much every single time. So I think that you're going to see that rise from him. I think you're going to see him get back to where he normally is. I don't know that necessarily it's going to be like a crazy hot streak or anything like that. You might see him hit like close to 300 in June and kind of even out his numbers a little bit. But he is what he is right now. You talk about the baseball, the dead ball being a thing. I don't think the power is going to be there for the rest of his career if that's the case. And if that's what's happening, he is going to have to adjust. But I think you're going to see, not to sit on the fence too much here, but I think you're going to see him put up pretty average numbers, which is better than what he's putting up right now to start the year, because he's looked horrible to start the year. But if you can get him back near average, that's all you can really ask for at this point.
Get him average. He's sitting in that 6-7 hole. Again, he's old. Keep him lower in the lineup. You're in a good spot. Let's Will Smith be healthy.
He's
bat 3, 4, 5, whatever.
He's hovering around a career OPS of like 900 during the month of June. So do with that what you will. If he's going to have a hot streak, it's going to come some point this month, next month, and that's probably all you're going to get.
Selling the hot streak, buying a lukewarm hot streak over here. Yeah. All right, so over the weekend, Chris Taylor admitted his right elbow. It's not feeling 100%. That is the elbow that he had a procedure done to remove bone chips and loose pieces, not what you want to hear. He played today, but he did foul ball off his knee earlier this week against the Pirates. How worried are we about Chris Taylor, considering the fact that he has a 710 OPS this season and a 38.8% K rate entering play on Wednesday? Doug, you worried about CT3. What's your level of concern?
I wouldn't say it's too high. I think this kind of comes with the territory when it comes to Chris Taylor. You have to just ride these slumps, try to keep them as minimal as possible. But look, that's just how it is. I mean, you mentioned his K percentage, bottom 2% of the league right there. He is striking out more than he did last year. But still, even last year when he made the All-Star team, struck out at a 28% clip. So he's a guy that does strike out. It just comes with his swing, goes with that launch angle. But the strikeouts are a problem. I think it was like 41 strikeouts, 84 at bats, something like that the last time I checked. But as far as his health is concerned, I think he's a guy that you have to kind of save from himself, because he is a warrior. He loves to be out there. He loves to compete. And I think you have to do what's best for him. Give him a couple days off. Let him get right, because he's clearly going through something at the plate.
So level of concern 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Where are you at with CT3?
I would say CT3.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. I see what you did there. I
I got it. There it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think, Dino Ebel said it in January that CT3 plays injured a lot without anybody knowing. And I do agree with you. I think a lot of people were scratching their heads this morning, seeing him on the lineup card, and especially when they don't have another off day until next Thursday. That is something to keep an eye on. Clint, what are your thoughts on Mr. Chris Taylor?
I'm not too concerned about it. He has his up and downs. You know what you're going to get out of this guy at the end of the season. The numbers still look good. He's a gamer. He's going to be in there, and he's going to find a way to get on base. He's going to definitely find a way to strike out a whole bunch. Not really concerned. I'm gonna go 2 on that concern.
CT2.
Red turn 2.
Okay. CT2.
All right, rapid fire here to get us all out of here. Rapid fire questions. The Dodgers will be in Philadelphia next week. They just played in Chicago. Which is the more overrated city food? Philly cheesesteaks or Chicago deep dish? Brook.
I got a lot of strong
Wow,
opinions on
that's
this.
a
I got a lot of strong opinions on this. Fresh off of a Chicago trip. Chicago, I love you. You got weird alcohol laws. First of all, if you can't sell me a beer at 9 o'clock in the morning, I don't want to go there.
Weren't you trying to buy a White Claw? That's not a beer.
It's a good hangover drink, though. First thing in the morning to keep you going. It's a nice little soft roll into the next day, a tuck and roll, if you will. Soft landing spot, like Pittsburgh was supposed to be.
Soft landing, hair of the dog. All
yeah.
right,
so here's the thing. I tried 3 different deep dishes on Sunday. Got them all together to compare all of them because I wanted to have a very pizza moment for myself. And the conclusion that I came to is that Chicago deep dish pizza is highly overrated. It is not good. It's lasagna. It's a thing that the best part about deep dish pizza, in my opinion, is the 45 minutes that you're waiting for it when you get to drink pitchers of beer. And there's nothing better than drinking pitchers of beer. So if you're saying which one is more overrated, I've had Philly cheesesteaks and Philly too. They're good. I like Philly cheesesteaks. I like those hot sandwiches. I like that kind of deal. Mm-hmm. So I think those are good. But Chicago deep dish, I'd rather just get a hot dog over there or something. It's just not worth it. So a lot of Cubs fans are going to be on me, and a lot of pizza fans, because people feel very strongly about pizza. Domino's pizza is better than Chicago deep dish.
Sponsor. Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Mr. Clint?
You really want me to go in on this?
Well, you have such strong contrarian food opinions that I literally wrote this question, 1 for Brook and 2 for you.
The thing about Chicago deep dish pizza is, one, it is about the experience, and two, it is about being able to tell other friends who aren't currently having Chicago deep dish pizza, guess what? I am currently having Chicago deep dish pizza. It's fun. It's a good time. You don't want to eat it that much. That's like a twice a year max. It's a lot. It's a lot of that's a day.
So more overrated than Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, why not?
I feel like you're a cheesesteak guy.
I do enjoy me some.
You like hot sandwiches?
I mean, it's meat.
Yep.
It's cheese and it's bread. Where do you go wrong? And throw
That's
in
what
some
deep
veggies.
dish also is.
Listen. Getting tired of your crap.
Doug, what's your gastronomical preference? Which is more overrated?
I mean, I've had the best Philly's cheesesteak you can have. It's the Subway Philly cheesesteak. This is actually also the only Philly
Shout out to Charles
cheesesteak
Barkley.
I've ever had too. So there's that. When it comes to Chicago deep dish, I've also had it once, and it was in Arizona with my friend Brook. So I don't think I can answer this question that well because I haven't had like the tradition. Like I've had New York pizza, I could say it's fire, right? But I don't think I can offer the most astute observation on this
you guys
one.
went to Illuminati's.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts? How did you feel about that compared to a Domino's?
Like my whole thing with the deep dish is like, when does my teeth actually seek into? I feel like I'm, sinking my teeth into like a mile of like marinara sauce. I'm like, where's the actual pizza at this point?
You gotta have a bunch of cheese and a bunch of pepperoni.
It almost, you know what a Chicago deep dish almost looks like to me? It's almost like an above ground pool. You know what I mean? It's like an above ground pool with like marinara and like pepperonis. But honestly though, I'm a big cheese guy, which is probably understandable. But I'm a big cheese guy, and the thing is, when it comes to Philly, exactly right, it ain't easy being cheesy. But no, when it comes to the Philly cheesesteak,
Sponsor us.
I don't know if you guys. There's only one food I don't like, and it's mushrooms. And I know they pack those Philly cheesesteaks with mushrooms, and I'm telling you, mushroom, that's the food of the devil. So that's why I would say Philly cheesesteak is more overrated, even though I haven't had a quality one of each.
You know how as a Burger King that says "Have it your way"?
Yeah.
You could tell them you don't want mushrooms.
Yeah,
you
but
could use your voice.
You can tell them that you don't
Can you
want
really do
something.
that?
Yeah.
It's
All
a
right.
foods place.
Next
You're
time,
the
that's why I
customer.
like Subway, because they made me the best Philly. They're known for their best. Yeah.
You basically made that Subway.
Yeah, I
sandwich.
made that. Yeah, I should have got paid. Okay. Yes,
You commissioned the artist, the sandwich artist, to make you that
Yeah.
piece of Renaissance cheesesteak.
And this is when Doug got eliminated from the non-baseball questions.
I couldn't disagree more. I think Chicago deep dish is absolutely incredible, and I think both foods have a very strong goo factor. Both are very gooey. However, Chicago deep dish is
Like
absolutely
your
incredible.
mom.
Shout out to Cherie. Look, I like Philly cheesesteaks too. Been to Philadelphia like Brook. I've had both the famous spots that are literally across the street from each other. I don't want Cheese Whiz on my food. Sorry, Philadelphia. Philly cheesesteaks are overrated. Chicago deep dish is properly rated. Now, second question, we're going to keep it on the food. Apparently, I was hungry when I wrote these last night because I just starved to death in this office by myself late at night when Brooke leaves me here and doesn't watch hockey with
Yeah,
me.
you could have had Yuka's burritos with us right now, but no, you opted to eat your.
I had corn
weird-
nuts instead from the liquor store.
Kings
it was
last
sad,
night.
like a lonely little kid. All right, shout out to Corn Nuts, sponsor us. You're only allowed to eat one condiment on your Dodger dog for the rest of your life. What is it, Doug?
Mustard.
Okay, Clint.
Mustard. Very simple.
I'm gonna be the guy that dips it in beer.
Shout out.
Oh, wow.
All right, onions for me because I'm a
We are
weirdo.
releasing you from your contract.
I'm
That'd be my
a
second.
mustard guy. I don't
Onions
like, I don't
second?
That'd be
like,
my second.
I don't
yeah.
like ketchup on my hot dog. So.
You know?
You got onions in the
Just-
Freddie Freeman spot?
Yeah.
If you're stuck with just onions, though, like
Straight onions.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well,
You
see,
need
but the
some,
nice
like,
thing about
liquid.
Are they grilled?
no, we're talking about the turny onions.
Oh,
But see, the nice thing is at Dodger
Attorney at law.
Stadium, if you get the wrong one that's been there for 2 days, it has some juice to it, and that will give you the moisture that you really need. Or you could also get it through beer on the bun. All right, our final question, sponsored
Moist.
by Gear Up LA. Incredible clothing website. Make sure to check it out. Tons of great gear on there, as we all know. Favorite spot for a drink before a Dodgers game? Dodger Stadium does not count. Clint,
Frank McCourt's parking lot.
try again.
That's illegal.
My house, because I am cheap. I don't like going to places. I have, as I've said on these shows before, I hate Los Angeles. I hate parking. I hate trying to park, and I hate parking 9 blocks away and walking. Not a big time walking guy. It tells. It shows. It's out there. I'm not hiding it.
I thought you like to go places to drink though.
Listen, a bar, there's a parking lot to drink at that bar that I'm going to. I go to crappy bars and you have a good time. I'll drink on the freeway on the way there, you know.
Okay, we're going to count that as a DNQ. Doug.
Driving drunk classic.
Why do you think you buy the big, hard shell? Is this good? Jugs.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I would say, crushing some tall boys in the back seat. But if I had to name a place, I would say the shortstop. They got that nice little wall in the back where you get the PBR and the Jim Beam. You drink that, get a little lit, and go to the game, and get that's how it goes down. So I'll probably say the shortstop, but preferably backseat of my '96 Corolla or something like that. Just crushing some brew.
He drives a Lexus, for the record, and a Tesla sometimes. Brooke.
Sometimes both at the same time.
Lexus Tesla.
Now, Brooke, you're a guy that gets about town. You were a guy that likes going out for a drink.
What, you a whore?
You're a guy that enjoys a good time. You just talked about buying a White Claw at 10 in the morning in Chicago. What is your favorite spot for a drink for a Dodgers game when you're going to the stadium?
I get around town. I like that. That's a good one. I get around all of LA apparently. Either DNHQ because it's literally right,
it's on the way.
right there. It's on the way. I can stop by, steal beers from the fridge, drink by myself. Have a Bud hat or Angel City Brewery.
Yeah.
Or Arts District Brewery down there. They're fun. Fun to hang out down there.
They got a parking lot.
They do have a parking lot.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Parking lots.
Highland Park Brewing for me, great spot, 5 minutes away
spot.
from the stadium.
Yep.
Always have some great beers on tap, great atmosphere, a ton of Dodgers fans there. El Compadre is a nice second as well for me.
He got paid to read that.
Kaboom. All right, folks, that's it. Thank you very much for watching our Dodgers Nation Roundtable. Please make sure to subscribe, rate, review to the channel. Really helps us all out here, especially Doug, because, Doug lives for YouTube. So thank you as always, and we will see you next week.
Don't drink and drive, kids.